Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Please don't forget to subscribe.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Blow the Whistle Sports. I'm your host, Wayne Holloway, and thank you once again for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, and share. And like always, if you want to see something on this show or you have a bright idea that you want to see us implement on the show, drop them in those comments below or hit us on any one of our social media outlets. Holler at us, we holler back. Y'all smell that? That is NBA Finals in the air, and it's fantastic. But before we get into all that, let me introduce you to my co-host, the man of the hour, and he goes by the name of Mr. Steven Rubain. How you doing, sir?
Man, what an exciting game we just had. What an exciting game. We are feeling great.
Man. That was a game right there. That was a game.
That was the game, yes.
Woo! Woo-wee! But before we get into that, how was your week, Steve? And how was your weekend?
It's been a good week. A lot of exciting sports I caught up on. I was watching a little of the UFL. We had the UFL playoffs on. Caught a little bit of college baseball, college softball. Just I'm a jack of all trades. I love sports, and so this was a good sports.
There's a lot of stuff going on right now. A lot of intricate stuff. And we about to get into all that for you guys. Please like, subscribe, and share, like I said. And without further ado, Steve, you ready to jump into this?
Let's go. Game 3 of the NBA Finals in New York City.
Woo!
New York City was electric tonight in a must-win game for the Spurs. The Spurs showed a lot of fortitude.
Yes.
They came out strong. The Knicks bounced back, but in the end, too much Wemby. Spurs win 115-111.
So true. So true.
So true. So no brooms in this series. So it's going to – you called in 5. I said 6. Are we still sticking with our predictions?
Hey, man. Hey. I'm going to keep it 100 here. You know, okay. I said 5 games, and I was not expecting a sweep, even though through this whole finals, the Knicks have been perfect. I expected a little hiccup, and we had it there. We had it
there. As Stephen A. Smith said, this is the game. He's going to blame Trump for the rest of this series. If you watched First Take this morning, Donald Trump decided he wanted to show up at the game, which caused a whole lot of chaos in New York City today. And I don't know. Is it the Trump curse?
You know, I'm not heavy into politics like that. I do dabble. I do vote. I do my thing. But I'm gonna say this here: when you're the commander in chief, it seems like everybody wants to blame you.
Yeah.
And no matter what what do your belief in what side you're on, I'm one of those people. That's the commander. We all in the car with him, and I'm gonna hope for the best. Even if I'm not getting the best, I feel like it should be better. I'm gonna hope for the best. I'm not gonna wish any ill form on the person who's running everything. Because if he drives us off the cliff, we're all going together. So with me, I'm not gonna go that deep. I'm not gonna go that deep. I already said it was gonna be 5. Already. The handwriting was on the wall. Already knew.
All right, so we got 5. I'm still saying 6. I think Knicks win game 4, Spurs win game 5, Knicks win in New York in 6. That's my prediction.
That's right. Yeah. That was one of your predictions. I'm not gonna let you forget about the Knicks and LeBron going to the team next season. I'm not gonna let you forget that one. I'm not gonna let you forget.
Listen to me, I'm still sticking with it. I said the Knicks or Cleveland. I think, you know, of course, the Lakers, of course, would be the number 1 option if they could find some way to keep him. But I think he came out the other day and said that he would take less money to play in New York or Cleveland. And I think that's an interesting perspective. This is out of his own lips.
He did say he would go to New York?
He did say they talked the other day, and he said New York and Cleveland are the two teams that he would take a cut.
I'm not going to say nothing because if that doesn't damage the legacy, I don't know what. I don't know what. Yes. Yes.
I mean, at this point, season 24, I mean, he can go where he wants to go. I mean,
well, since the beginning, he was able to go where he wanted to go.
I mean,
that's been my only beef about it. So whatever, sky's the limits now. Keep going. Just jump every team that has a chance to go. Just do it. Just do it.
Shaq played for 6 teams. I mean,
I
was playing for 5, 6 teams. I mean, what?
Hey,
listen to me. You're gonna go where your heart tells you to go. I mean, I don't have a problem with any player who sets his own destiny. That's what it comes down.
I am not going to jump down that ship.
Yeah.
Hey, it is what it is. But it's always what I've called it. And people don't like what I call it. So I'm just going to leave that right there. But it was a beautiful game tonight. Like you said, it was electrifying. And what's beautiful is we got 2 more games to go. The finals is every game is just like you're holding on to every second. I love it.
No, it's been so far a pretty I almost say the greatest finals of all time. I think. Well, we'll see how it plays out because to me, the greatest finals of all time, and I know you're gonna hate on it, but the Warriors Cleveland 2016, when they were down 3-1, and everybody just knew Cleveland was done, and they came back and won 3 straight. You have one of the greatest finals games of all time when both Ron and Kyrie both scored 41.
No doubt.
That game 7 was just electric. I mean, from start to finish.
And nobody could ever take that away.
No.
I don't care what anybody says. That's the proof's in the pudding. That's in hard paper right there. That's in the books.
Now, if this series goes 7, which we're not predicting, but in case it does go 7.
Going 5, Steve. Said it's going 5.
You said 5. I said 6, but I'm just saying, if there was a game 7 and the Knicks win a game 7 in San Antonio, that probably would be the greatest of all time. Could you imagine if the Knicks were to come back and win a game 7 on the road?
Well, I'm gonna go out there right now. Now for nostalgia, for New York fans have been waiting for this. It'll be their greatest of all times. But right now, that I'm still sticking with that when LeBron's team beat the best team I consider ever in NBA history.
Right.
I can't see anything eclipsing that.
It'd be hard.
Realize that game, the Warriors had it paved out. That whole season they had paved out. It was a no-brainer. It was a mental collapse that happened in that series that they didn't repair from. Right now, until I'm gone, I don't see anything better than that.
Yeah, it'd be hard. I mean, you literally had 5, if not 6 Hall of Famers playing in that game. When you look at what Golden State had, and then you look at what Cleveland had.
When you look at what Golden State did all year long, what they did in those playoffs, it was unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
But I will point out how LeBron played in that series. I haven't seen that from him ever, but in that series. So I know he had the dog in him, but it just doesn't come out all the time. It's not that killer instinct to me. That's in my opinion. You know, everybody they'll cut me up in the comments, but
I can name several other times when he had that dog. I mean, you asked the Detroit Pistons when he scored like 27 straight points. I think it was 27 straight.
I mean, that was great. That was great. But that year he played against the greatest team of all time, the greatest scorers of all time.
73-9.
And he was looking down the barrel of the shotgun, and he said, "What?" and won. To me,
I'm with you.
Hey,
I'm not going to argue. I'm not
a fan of him. I'm not a fan of him.
I'm not going to argue anything when you give in LeBron props because
I'm giving Golden State props because that was the best team, and Golden State let their city down. They let themselves down. LeBron, he reaped the benefit because what I saw then, I thought I was going to get more of that, and that didn't happen. It didn't happen.
No, you remember what happened. Number one, Kyrie Irving, in a move that still to this day makes absolutely no sense, left Cleveland to go do his own thing, and he hasn't been the same since. And then Golden State went out and got Kevin Durant, which is still, to me, the steal of all steals. To have Durant, Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green all in the same starting five.
Yeah.
That was criminal. I mean, that's
crazy.
Hall of Fame.
Crazy. Yeah. But the same thing happened with our Lakers with Shaq and Kobe. They shouldn't have broke up.
Well,
these guys with all this Jurassic stature around them, these heads get so big at times. I don't think they see the big picture. It's just like watching a boy band and they're doing great and then they break up. When they can go further and further. This like when Hannah Montana didn't want to be Hannah Montana no more. It just doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't make sense.
No, it makes zero sense to me either. But I do want to bring up one before we get to the football. I do want to bring up one topic, and that's about Victor Wembanyama.
Mm-hmm.
And I was watching these last couple games, and I know we had this talk before. In the offseason, he got to put on 25, 30 pounds. I'm watching him, and he reminds me in the 80s and 90s as a more athletic Manute Bol. And those who remember 1980s, 90s basketball, Manute Bol, 7'6", center, skinny as I don't know what, sharp blocking extraordinaire, lacked offense, but he was just too skinny. I mean, they just would just beat him up.
Right.
You know, having a 10-year career because the injury just became too much at the end. Yeah. And I'm just so worried that for Wembanyama, if you watch the games, he just fall on the ground way too many times. I mean, hard falls.
Right.
We're not just talking about fall on the ground, but we're talking about falls where he had to take a minute to gather himself. You just can't in a long season fall that many times on a hard surface.
Somebody has to talk to him.
Yeah, talk to him. He got to whatever it takes, get in the weight room. You know, it ain't much he has to do, but he just has to get something to get his legs stronger that he can take contact because the rules are out on him. I mean, we had the Jordan rules. We're going to start having the Wemby rules. They're going to just start beating him up.
I'm going to say it like this. It's true what you're saying, but at the position that he plays, he's going to take that abuse. He's not Shaq. There's only one dominant force in the NBA, what used to be in the NBA. He's not there anymore. That's not Victor Wembanyama's game. He can do it all. He is athletic, but he has that athletic ability because of his linkiness, because of his stature, because of the way he's proportioned. I keep saying this, and I guess we're going to see it because if somebody makes him put weight on, will the weight affect his play?
We're not talking about huge weight. I'm talking about Kevin Durant type weight. If you remember when Kevin Durant entered the league, he was a stick figure.
Right.
And he didn't put on huge weight, but Kevin Durant put on enough to make him be able to just hold up for the season.
Kevin Durant,
hold his ground.
That weight, he kind of he's kind of like in the background now. But he's not in your. He's not the person that everybody's looking at. Victor Wembanyama is great because of how he is. Just in my opinion. I'm
talking about longevity. Kevin Durant's been in the league now 16, 17 years.
Yeah.
Because he put that weight on. Wemby if you don't put the weight on 8, 9, 10 years in, he's going to be out. And I hate to say that, but your body just can't take that abuse if you don't have that. I mean, it's just like in football. I mean, if you don't have that core to keep the wear and tear of the sport,
right,
you're gonna have a short career.
I understand that way of thinking. It makes sense. I'm just saying it might change the players. All I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree. Well, let's get to this football news because we did have a big story today in college football. We haven't talked any college football for a while, but there was a big story in college football today.
Okay, football news. What's the big story in college?
Now, this guy, Brendan Sorsby, he's a quarterback for Texas Tech.
Right.
So apparently in his freshman year when he was a redshirt quarterback at Indiana, he apparently had a little thing of the gambling habit. He liked to gamble on a lot of sports, including his own team. He fessed up to it. They did all the investigations, blah, 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 blah. The NCAA originally said he was ineligible because of the gambling. I guess they found some judge in Texas that was amenable to Texas Tech. Maybe he was a Texas Tech booster. He went up today and made him eligible. And NCAA just went ballistic. I mean, teams are now talking about they're not going to play Texas Tech in any sports. Wow. Teams who are going to Texas Tech next year are saying they're going to forfeit the game or they're going to all band together not to play them. I mean, this is serious news as far as for the NCAA goes. And I don't know. I have to ask your opinion on this. He was a redshirt freshman, but he wasn't playing. He wasn't dressed to play. He wasn't dressed to play. So
he wasn't on the field with the game he was betting on.
Well, on the field in the sense of non-dressed. He was a redshirt, so he just was on the sidelines.
Okay.
But not on.
Rules are rules, and rules they put him in for a reason. But for him to be, I guess, what they want banned indefinitely, I think this is a bit harsh. Now, I think it would be different if he was playing and was, as we say, not playing well because of his bet. I can see it a little more. Now, you know me when it comes to sports, when it comes to gambling, that is for the fans. That is our pleasure. The person who's the people who play get paid enough money to sit back and make their money. Now, if you want to gamble in the off season, that's fine. But how do people get caught making these type of bets? I mean, I don't. Did he go down there and they saw him making the bet? And then when it came to him, this is a 2-part question. Did he try to say he didn't gamble, or did he come straight out and say that yes, that's what he did?
That's a great question. From what I understand, he did fess up to it. I don't know who. Now my guess. I think a lot of this is that he actually is a talented quarterback. So I think a lot of this is sour grapes. Guys don't want him to play anymore in college because he is a good quarterback. Right. So I think a lot of that plays a role. I wonder if somebody turned him in from another team that doesn't want to have to play against him. But that's a great question. I don't know. That's a good question to ask. But I guess the argument is the old Pete Rose argument. You know how Pete Rose was banned from baseball for life for gambling on his own team.
Right.
And so using that analogy, saying that in NCAA, if we let this guy back in, how can we stop anybody from gambling? And so that is kind of, so I understand it from that perspective. If you're trying to because I mean, gambling now is just a huge part of college sport. I mean, it's a huge part of sports. So,
when you let the NIL deal come in there, it's time to run wild.
And that's what they're saying. So the NCAA now, how can they control anything? If you let this guy come back and play, the next guy who gets called gambling, he's going to say, "Well, hey, you let him back. You let him play."
Well, see, that's the beautiful thing about being a conference and having the commission in the conference. See, you have the blueprint. Now we've seen this happen. Now you set rules. Now you make somebody an example of them where you say this can never happen again. You do a press release. This can never happen again, and so that no one feels sided or it's one sided or you did this for this person. Well, this person was only let back in because he wasn't playing. But from now on, because we see the problem, no one, even if you're not playing, if you're you will have ruined your career if you gamble on sports while you're playing it. Wait till you retire. Wait till you retire, or it's just over for your career. Make that apparent and clear. That rules are rules. This is what I was telling you about boxing, football. What's the catch? What's not the catch? Boxing. How? Oh, he ducked these people, but it's legal in boxing. Let's cut out all the nonsense and let's make clear rules to where you can do this or you can't do this, and if you get caught, it's over. No need to try to get a judge to overturn anything. If you're caught gambling, it's done.
Okay.
Does that make it simple?
I mean, I think, yeah, it makes it simple, but I think from their argument, that was always the rule. I mean, that what you're saying has always been the case. And so
wait a minute. Now, in baseball, that was never a rule, right? Just like taking enhancing drugs, it's never been a rule. It's been an unwritten rule, right?
Well, I mean, as far as you're talking about gambling on your own team, that's always the rule. Yeah, no. It's always been understood, clearly spelled out. You cannot gamble on your own team. That's never been anything in question.
So you rather him cheat? Is cheating okay?
Well, I mean, this goes back to the whole thing with the Patriots and the Flake.
Exactly. That's exactly why I brought it up. If we're going to be tough on somebody, let's be tough on everybody.
But let's remember all the people who cried when Belichick and Kraft didn't get into the Hall of Fame this year. Exactly. And then when it was pointed out, we pointed out very distinctly, these are the same guys that were punished for cheating.
Right.
Why would they get first ballot Hall of Fame if you're clearly punished for doing something that was understood not to go against the rules of fair play?
Exactly.
But people were like, the Hall of Fame is so corrupt and and how can you not put Belichick in the Hall of Fame on the first ballot?
And players were like, if you didn't play the game, you shouldn't even have an opinion. They should have been no question. We don't care if they cheat. All that.
So I mean, it was crazy. But again, that's what we're saying. I mean, there's so many thin lines as far as what's acceptable, what's not acceptable. Who are we talking about? Who are we not talking about?
Because do I like that person? Well, if we like him, it's not okay. But let's kind of push it under the rug. But if I don't like the person, now we want to rule with an iron fist. It can't be like that.
It. I mean, that's kind of in a way. I mean, that was kind of the Pete Rose rule because Pete Rose was not a likable player. I mean, the commissioner of baseball hated Pete Rose's guts. I mean, I think when they made that decision, that was done out of spite more than anything else than actual cheating itself. So I don't know. It goes all the way around. Like I said, I don't know how we address it. I don't know where we go.
2026, 2027. How about we address all rules in sports and gambling, since gambling is even more popular than it's ever been? How about we address these rules and put it on the table? How about we stop the nonsense and go no further? Let's show no favoritism and everything. Let's start with a clear slate so everybody knows. But are we going to get that? Or are we going to get a bit of mumble mouth, hush people that's still going to do the same thing? And then when we get to a crossroads again, then they pick and choose who they like and who they don't like.
Yeah. I mean, I guess the tough thing about him is being the quarterback. And given the fact that, in college football now you have player props, can you trust him that, say, for instance, he goes and tells his guys, hey, take the under on my 228 yards per game.
And I totally agree. I totally agree.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough one. I mean,
that's why you nip it in the bud. You see, there's something going on. You nip it in the bud.
Yeah.
Knock it out so we don't have this issue.
Yeah. I mean, hey, I'm with you.
You see, we're talking about it. This is Blow the Whistle Sports. We're talking about fairness in sports, period. Do you see the other networks talking about this? No. It's all about favoritism and who you like and who you don't like. Keep it real. Here.
But you remember last week they were giving me heck. I know. But remember last week they were giving me heck about Chet Holmgren when I said in the game 7, and this guy shot the ball 2 times the whole game, no 3-point shots taken, and was nowhere to be found. Look in the finals now. Karl-Anthony Towns is playing straight up on Wemby. He's getting his points. He's playing on an MVP type level. I mean, it's like, was Holmgren part of a fix? I mean, did he take some money on the side? I mean, I don't know. Can I trust that?
And these are things like, we could talk about it till we blue in the face, just like we talk about the GOAT debate when there's really no debate, but we talk about it. But I guess it's like, because everybody likes sports, everybody wants to have an opinion. But let's some things, let's just keep 100. Let's keep it clear. Let's keep it a buck. Right. Let's have it to where we can see the line in the sand. There's no question about it, because I love what basketball did with this replay and how they found out that he got pushed in, because back in the day that just would have been what it was.
Oh, it would have been what it was. Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
I love that. I love that. Improve the game and let's move on. Improve the game. We know, Steve, there's people that cheat at everything. There's always cheaters, but let's not give them room to cheat. Let's put in place things that, even if we had to get rid of one of the people that we consider a great person, it will protect the integrity of the game. Will they do it? Will the commissioners of basketball, football, soccer, baseball, will they do it?
Great question.
What are they scared of?
We'll have to wait and see. I mean, we've been crying about the NFL making common sense officiating calls that, as far as like things like pass interference. We've complained about that for years and years.
What is a catch?
What is a catch? What is not a catch? Yeah, I mean,
triple 101. What is it? Let us know. Let us know, because what we think it is on certain plays is not that.
It's up for interpretation depending on who the referee or official is. Some see it one way, some see it something else. And so, I mean, I'm with you. And like I said, the NFL has the ability to do something about it, and they choose not to. That's what bothers us the most.
Well, every year, I will say that the NFL does do these rule updates, rule changes, but things that people have a problem with, I would like to see, even if they don't, let's say, address it, them say something about it, like we're thinking about doing something, they bring it up at least. Don't act like you don't hear what we're saying. We're the ones that buy the memorabilia. We're the ones that put the butts in the seats. We're fans. We're fanatics. If we spend our hard-earned money on this, please be respectful and do what's right. That's all I ask.
Exactly. And speaking of that, this weekend we're going to have the UFL Bowl, the United Football League Bowl.
Right.
Talking about a sport that has some progressive ideas. The UFL does have that, where you can have the officials go and you can see the officials in the upstairs deciding on whether or not the call was officiated correctly, and they'll tell you why or why not it is. We've been trying for that for several years for the NFL.
That's awesome.
So that the fans can, there's no question marks. Was it a catch? Was it not a catch? They'll tell you exactly.
And even if somebody made a mistake, we can go over it because it's okay to make mistakes. We're human.
We're human. And so the NFL needs to stop being stubborn and not wanting to accept what the UFL is doing, which is great and correct. Because I think, like I said, I haven't watched one game in the UFL this year where there's been a huge controversial call, because every time a call is made, you know exactly where they stand because they let you know where they stand. There's no
exactly
if, ands, or buts. It's clearly shown and discussed. And so the NFL needs to do that. But the UFL Bowl this weekend, if you do love football and you just want to get into a championship level game, we're going to have the Louisville Kings versus the DC Defenders at Audi Field. I say, if you haven't had a chance to check out the UFL, check it out this weekend. It's one game a year. You know, you NFL stalwarts who are just so stubborn on the NFL. Check out something else. Give it a chance. These are all guys who played in college. You watch college football. If you can watch a college football game, you can watch UFL. So I'm just telling you guys, if you have nothing else to do over the weekend, watch the UFL Bowl.
Now, let's get into this NFL news before we get up out of here.
What you got for
me? What's some juicy? You know what? I got something juicy for you, Steve.
All right, talk to me.
Brandon Ayuk came out and was talking stuff about the 49ers. I think he called them like little boys, scared to make the right move because he wants his money. So predictions are he's going to be a commander coming into this season, that they're trying to work something out where we'll see Brandon Ayuk with your W on.
Oh, yeah.
How you feel about that?
In the last week, he's taking pictures wearing the Commander's cap like me. See this beautiful cap? They got pictures of him wearing the Commander's cap.
It's all right.
I'm torn on this. This is kind of a torn one.
You don't think Brandon Ayuk is great?
No, here's my issue on it. I understand contracts. I mean, you guys always give LeBron James a hard time because he left Cleveland to go to Miami. You said that he abandoned. When I see Brandon Ayuk, this is the reason why I love what LeBron did, how LeBron dictated his future. I mean, the 49ers are technically holding Brandon Ayuk hostage.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to move on. You said he's never going to play again in your uniform.
Right.
Why are you sitting here now and holding this man hostage and sitting here saying, well, you're not going to play for us, but we're going to want a draft pick for you. So we're going to wait you out as long as we can until somebody finally gives in and gives up a draft pick.
They want what they want.
But
they've already spent the money on him. Isn't he under contract?
But that's that's my whole point about contract. Okay, but you already come out and said he's not going to play for you again. So why is somebody going to give you a contract? Once you made the mistake as an organization and made it clear that he's no longer going to wear your uniform, why would the team give up a draft pick for somebody who's going to get released anyway?
We know you don't want him. Let him go, and we'll pick him up ourselves.
I mean, but that's what irritates me about the today's I don't know what you call it, not today's player, but today's the balance between fairness. Okay, Ayuk's made mistakes. We all know he's made a bunch of mistakes.
Huge mistakes.
Huge mistakes. But if he's not part of your plans,
you know what I like about it?
Let him go.
I like this because I want to show people there's no games going on, but there's business being dealt, and there's bad blood in the air. How it doesn't matter about the game right now. It matters about people's attitudes toward a person, and how the machismos, the testosterone's flying in the air. Instead, you've already made the wrong move by showing your move, and now you want compensation, but you've already showed your move. You've already made a bad business decision. So reflect. I want people to reflect on this. Feel this. So when they're playing the game, you're like, why are they doing this stupid stuff? Because sometimes grown men act like children, and when testosterone's flying everywhere, you'll get these types of mistakes. And then when somebody makes a mistake and that it's that type of feel, they'll go overboard, and then it won't make any sense to anybody because business is business and BS is BS, right?
Right. And the key though is that, I mean, he's a talented player, but he's not Justin Jefferson. He's not Jackson and Jimba.
Who
I
are
mean,
you?
yeah. He's a talented player.
But see, he's being portrayed to be that from the 49ers. 49er fans, it's the ones I know, they actually look at Brandon Ayuk like he was something special. I don't see it. I think he got his notoriety from the system, which made him look good. But I don't think he's that guy.
But I mean, at the best, right. But why I'm saying that though is that he's not going to be somebody you're going to get a first round or second round pick for. He's somebody at best case scenario now, you're lucky to get a fifth or sixth.
Ooh.
Lucky. I mean, based on where he is now, you're not giving up more than a fifth or sixth round pick for him.
Hey, well, if that's the case, they might go ahead and release him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So why not just release him? If you're not going to give more than a fifth or a sixth for him, why not just
they've already treated him like he was the number one premier wide receiver, and they're trying to get compensated like such.
Well,
that's it.
I don't like. Like I said, I don't like it. I understand the business perspective of it. I think it's bad. It's bad mojo as an organization when you disregard a player like this, even if the player is troubled in whatever ways. You know, let him have you know. So we'll see how it plays out. But yeah, you know me. I've talked to you.
NFL news: the Kansas City Chiefs have required a reunion. Cornerback Jarvis Seed, 1-year deal worth up to $5 million. He's back on the Chiefs. He's back.
Okay, well, the Chiefs are still making moves. I mean, you know me. I still have to this day stated that the Chiefs are the team to beat in the AFC until somebody shows me different. I mean, I know you're Bills wagon this year, but
wagon.
To me, a motivated Mahomes with a Kelsey. Well, you've been on the bandwagon. You've had the tugboat. You've had the steamboat.
I said they were a well-oiled machine. I've never been. They look good. They've had those first looking good. Never been on their team like that, but I'm
just saying that you're somebody who's thinking very highly of the Bills. I mean, I think for the city of Buffalo, we would all love to see them finally get over that curse. You know,
when Matthew Stafford went to the Rams, and they had all the pieces they had. Matthew Stafford came to the Rams, and the Rams had those wide receivers, those running backs. What did I tell you?
Well, yeah, I mean,
I'm asking the question. Just answer the question. What did I tell you?
The Red for Super Bowl run. I mean, you were all on it. And
now, who did the Bills acquire this season?
I don't think that
Moore, the number one wide receiver in Carolina that went to the Bears, is now a Buffalo Bills.
Okay,
he is the number one wide receiver over there.
Yeah, but how's he any different than Stephon Diggs in his prime that the Bills had? They've had talented wide receivers before. It's not like Josh Allen has not had talented wide receivers before.
But it's always seemed that it's been one-sided. He's had talented wide receivers, but he has two go-to people with the running back, all as a committee.
Right.
They know their plays. Super Bowl.
Okay, I mean,
long as they stay healthy, Buffalo Bills, Super Bowl.
Listen to me. As a fan, all of us want to see Buffalo finally get that over that hump because that city has been such a tough. Let's be honest. The Bills and the Browns are the two tough luck cities in the NFL. I mean, great fan bases, loyal fan bases, have had great teams, just cannot get over that hump. So, I mean, from that perspective, yeah, he'd own Buffalo if he gets that Super Bowl win. So, I mean, in that perspective, I hope he does it.
Well, I'm going to tell you like this. I'm Carolina all day, every day. Right. I don't care about other people's teams. I want to see Carolina get our Super Bowl. I want to see Bryce Young be great, and you're going to see it this season. But I love the sports and I love football, and I just go off of what I see and the talent. Now, I'm not doubting you with Kansas City, but Kansas City is down their number one wide receiver again, 2 seasons in a row because of neglect, of carelessness, whatever you want to call it. So that puts a dark cloud over them to me. Now, other than that, I will be right with you like, oh, it's about to be juicy. But I saw how he missed those first games. And do we know how many games he's going to miss this season, Rashee Rice?
It has not been announced yet, so we still got to wait for the NFL to decide.
But before the season starts, he's going to miss some games, right?
We're assuming that. We assume just based on the history that they're going to.
I can't take that ride with them.
Why would they not punch him this year?
Right with them. Now, Patrick Mahomes, I believe he's destined to get at least 3 more Super Bowls, at least 2. But at this rate, people get older every year, and Rashee Rice needs a firm message needs to be put to him that you're on a premier team. You're costing this team. You're costing them dearly, and I don't what you need to do to get through to him, because it doesn't seem like he gets it. It doesn't seem like he cares. It doesn't seem like he's in the game. But when he's there, we know he's a baller. But he's hurt Kansas City again. They're down their number one wide receiver again. Even if he gets to play the first 3 games, he's going to miss, I got to say, at least 3 or 4 games.
You would think so. But, I mean, I still think Casey's not done yet. I mean, like I said, we still have some big names floating around. They
got Patrick Mahomes. You're never out when you got Patrick Mahomes.
I'm talking about wide receivers. I'm saying there's still some wide receivers out there. Debo. We got, of course, we mentioned about Diggs. I think there's a couple other ones out there.
Premier people out there. There's Tyreek Hill
our guy with the Cheetah. He's still floating around, doesn't have a team yet.
That's the beautiful thing about us having to wait to see. We all get to see live in time what's going to happen with all those good wide receivers in that pool.
Wide receivers that are just out there ready to get signed. So I'm not giving up on Casey. Like I said, I hope Buffalo does it. I mean, I want you to be right. This is one time where I would be happy if Buffalo surprises me and wins it all. Now, as far as Carolina goes, I mean, I understand where you're coming from, because Carolina's been an organization for the short time it's been in the league. They've had great teams. They've been to Super Bowl several times, just have not gotten over that hump. And so that's going to be great for Carolina if they can finally get that Super Bowl hunt, that first one, because the first one is always the sweetest one. So that would be great for the Panthers to get that first Super Bowl, to get that first, for that whole region.
Bryce Young. That for me, that would be so great. But you know what? I let me get past this season, because there's some Carolina people within the fans that, we have a internal battle going on right now. There's a lot of people. But hey, that's another talk for another time. Thank you guys for tuning in. Steve, you got anything? Any other NFL news before we get out of here?
Well, like I said, the biggest thing is this weekend. Like I said, if you got some free time, the United Football League Bowl. Those who are super football nuts like me, the Canadian Football League started last week. You can watch some CFL games on CBS Sports Network. I just love football. I love all types of football. So, I'll be watching this weekend somewhere, somehow. That's
yes,
all I got.
sir. Yes, sir. Now,
enjoy,
people,
guys.
Wednesday, we will be back for our Blow the Whistle show, but we're going to come an hour early, Steve.
Yeah, that's an hour early because, Game 4 is going to be the NBA Finals out of New York. We expect that to be a barn burner because the Knicks. Let me ask you before we go: Is it a must win now for the Knicks?
It's not a must win, but the Knicks will win the next two and get up out of there. Wemby and the Spurs, they shot their shot. They overcame. They put a lot of energy into this game. I say look for the next game that law where it's like, where did they go? This was their big game right here. They put it all on the line. I gotta hand it. I gotta give a hand to that young team. They did look good, but like I said, I believe that law's coming. And then I'm looking for the Knicks to win by at least over the 10 points next game.
Here's my thing. I'm calling it a must-win game for the Knicks because if they lose Game 4, all the people are going to be talking about the choke job. The history. The Knicks have been here before. They've been to the finals. You're going to have all that weight on your shoulder. You're going to be going back to San Antonio with all that pressure of, are they really going to lose this series after being up 2-0? And you're going to be hearing all the media people going to be talking. So they got to win Game 4.
So we'll be here 1 hour before the game.
Yes.
And we're going to get into it. 1 hour before the game. And hey, guys, y'all have a blessed week. We'll see y'all in a couple days. Me, Stephen Rubain. Shout out to Patrick Nagle. He'll be with us next week.
All right. Sounds good.
See you guys.
Have a good one.
Like,
Peace out.
Subscribe, and share. Peace.
Yes. Peace.